Thank you, Andrew. Obviously, I'm an outsider to the conversation, but because I'm an outsider, maybe I could see from a distance what kind of path the city is taking. And I would like to share an analogy with my own city. So my city is called Homs, and it's the third largest city in Syria. Perhaps you heard the news a decade ago when it erupted in violence. But before the war, we had a governor's issue in how to manage the city, how to build the city. And actually, we had a governor who had a dream for the city, and he called it Homs's dream. And the Homsis called that dream Homs's nightmare, because basically that governor wanted the city to turn into a Gulf model, a US city model, any global city model that you will kind of sacrifice the character of the city in order to create growth and create high rises and house people, of course. But in the way, the sacrifices that were made were to demolish big parts of the old city, and also to allure and sometimes to, invite people to invest in building that dream. And only by changing one law, which was the investment law, he basically introduced higher investment percentages. So people were voluntarily just sacrificing their old houses in order to build high-rises. And in the way, the social fabric in the city was destroyed, and the urban fabric also, the whole character of the city was destroyed, and the bubble soon erupted in demonstrations that you haven't heard of. I mean, the demonstrations in Homs were against the change that was taking place. It was so rapid, so radical, and it sacrificed, like I said, the social fabric of the city. And that led to, in a way, for Homs to erupt in violence. I mean, there were a number of reasons, political and economic, but they were also, it made the city very vulnerable to inner conflict. So I guess what I want to say is that I don't envy anybody in office, because it's a great responsibility, and how they find the balance is a huge responsibility. But I guess as an architect, I would say that the worst type of trade and the most dangerous type of trade is the trade of dreams, and we tend to engage in this trade too often now, in the name of creating, more homes and more growth and all of that. But there is a real distinction here between a house and an apartment and a home, because a home embodies those relationships and those fabrics that we need to guard and guarantee, and to find the balance between that and between finding, some kind of economic cycle that would work for everybody.
Thank you, Marwa.